Have you ever wondered how money, the very thing that shapes our lives today, came into existence? A question that leads us back thousands of years to a time when our ancestors were just beginning to understand the concept of trade and value. Let's start at the beginning with the dawn of civilization. In these early societies, the concept of money as we know it didn't exist. Instead, they relied on what we now call the barter system. This was a simple direct trade of goods or services. You have a goat, I have a basket of grain. We both need what the other has, so we make a trade. Simple, right? Well, not quite. The barter system, while straightforward, had its drawbacks. What if you had a goat but needed not just grain, but also cloth, pottery, and a new spear? Finding someone who had all those items and needed your goat was a daunting task. This system also failed to provide a standard measure of value, making trades unequal and unfair at times. Enter commodities. As societies grew and trade became more complex, people began using items with intrinsic value as a form of currency. Shells, beads, and precious metals were common choices. These items were widely accepted, easy to carry, and their value was generally agreed upon. This was a major step forward in the evolution of money, but it was just the beginning. The real game changer came around 600 BC in the kingdom of Lydia, modern day Turkey. Here, the first minted coins were created. These coins, made from a mixture of gold and silver called electrum, were all the same size and weight, making trade standardized and fair. This innovation revolutionized commerce. No longer did people have to carry around bags of shells or beads. Instead, they had these shiny, portable coins that represented a certain value. And this was a monumental shift in how society operated and laid the groundwork for the financial systems we know today. So, from barter to beads and shells to shiny coins, the journey of money had just begun. As societies evolved, so did their needs. Carrying bags of coins wasn't practical, and thus the concept of paper money was born. The story of paper money begins in China during the Tang dynasty in the 7th century. As the economy thrived, the need for a more convenient form of currency became apparent. The Chinese solution was simple yet revolutionary. Paper money. These early banknotes, known as jiaozi, were a hit, and the concept quickly spread throughout the empire. But while the East was embracing paper, the West was putting its trust in something a little shinier. Gold and silver became the standard for trade in Europe. Their value, recognized universally in this system known as the gold standard, ensured that a country's currency had a fixed value in relation to a specific amount of gold. This shift to the gold and silver standards had profound implications. It led to the creation of modern banking systems, as these precious metals needed safekeeping. In fact, the first banknotes in Europe were essentially receipts for deposits of gold and silver. The Bank of England, established in 1694, was one of the first institutions to issue such receipts. As the bank's reputation for security and reliability grew, these notes became accepted as a form of payment. This marked a pivotal moment in the history of money. The birth of a system where paper could represent something of real value. But what's fascinating is how these two systems, paper money from the East and gold standards from the West, eventually converged. The gold standard became the backbone of paper money, with banknotes representing a certain amount of gold held in reserve. This fusion of ideas led to the creation of the money system we know today. Paper money and gold standards were revolutionary, but the world of money was about to take its biggest leap yet. Enter the 20th century, a time of incredible innovation and change, and with it, the birth of modern banking. The turn of the century saw the development of banking systems that would lay the groundwork for the financial world as we know it today. Banks began to offer more than just a safe place to store money. They became intermediaries facilitating transactions, lending money, and even offering investment services. The banking sector expanded rapidly, and with it, the economy grew. Then, in the 1950s, a new innovation was introduced that would revolutionize the way we interact with money, the credit card. This small piece of plastic allowed consumers to make purchases without cash, effectively creating a form of digital money. It was a bold step towards a cashless society, and it was just the beginning. As technology advanced, so did our banking systems. By the 1980s, electronic banking had arrived. ATMs became commonplace, offering customers the convenience of withdrawing money anytime, anywhere. Bank transactions, once a lengthy process involving paper forms and long queues, were now carried out with a few taps on a screen. The 1990s saw the advent of online banking. With the rise of the internet, banks began offering their services online, allowing customers to manage their finances from the comfort of their homes. Money transfers, bill payments, and even loan applications could now be done with a few clicks. It was a game changer. Banking was no longer confined to the walls of a physical institution. As the world welcomed the new millennium, banking continued to evolve. Mobile banking apps emerged, making financial management even more convenient. The concept of digital wallets was introduced, further pushing the boundaries of what money could be. And so, as we stepped into the new millennium, money was about to become even more abstract and complex. The stage was set for the next big leap in the evolution of money, the rise of cryptocurrencies. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's marvel at how far we've come, from trading shells and stones to swiping cards and clicking buttons. In the 21st century, we've seen the rise of a new form of digital money, cryptocurrency, a revolutionary concept that emerged in 2009 with the creation of Bitcoin, a digital coin pioneered by an anonymous entity known as Satoshi Nakamoto. This novel form of currency operates on a technology called blockchain, a decentralized system that records transactions across many computers to ensure the security and transparency of the data. Cryptocurrencies are shaking up the financial world, offering an alternative to traditional banking systems and challenging our concepts of what money can be. As we look forward, we can envision a potential future where physical cash may become obsolete, replaced by digital currencies. Even central banks are considering the possibility of issuing their own digital currencies, a significant departure from the traditional monetary system. From barter to Bitcoin, the journey of money has been long and fascinating, and it's far from over. From shells and beads to digital bits, money has come a long way. This journey, like any other, has been filled with twists and turns, innovations and revolutions. Each step forward in the evolution of money has been a response to the specific needs and technologies of the time. In the earliest days of commerce, money was a tangible, physical thing: shells, beads, even livestock. But as societies grew and technology advanced, the need for a more efficient, portable means of exchange led to the advent of coins and paper money. The gold standard era was then replaced by the modern banking system, where money became more abstract, represented as numbers in a ledger. And now, in the age of the internet, money has taken another leap forward, becoming digital bits in a vast, interconnected network. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the evolution of money is an ongoing journey, shaped by our ever-changing world.